Welcome everyone. Please find a comfortable sitting position. Join the hands in Namaste, the thumbs touching your heart center. If you like, close your eyes, otherwise soften the gaze on the floor just in front of you. Let's take a moment to fully arrive on our yoga spot. Taking a few conscious breaths together. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale for one Om. Take your forehead to your fingertips, a gentle bow of your head. As you lift your head up, open your eyes if you close them. Come to all four position and then move your tailbone up to the ceiling and walk your hands further forward for puppy pose. Take a good inhalation here. And as you exhale, melt the heart center toward the floor. Either taking the forehead on the floor or on a block, or resting your chin bone down, gazing toward your hands. Feel free to tuck your toes down on the floor if it feels better on your ankles. Allow this moment to hear your own breath resonating between you and the floor beneath. Maybe breathe in Ujjayi, contracting the muscles of your throat and breathing with sound. On your next inhale, press through the hands. And as you exhale, walk your hands under shoulders level. Round your back, take your chin to the chest into cat position. As you inhale, come back to a neutral position and slide your knees to the outside, flexing the ankles into frog pose, Mandukasana. Maybe releasing your forearms or forehead down on the floor. Try to have your hips more or less at the same line of your knees. Aim for the puppy bone traveling down toward the ground. Allow your neck to be nice and long, gazing down on the floor. On your next inhale, press through the hands, coming up. And as you exhale, close your knees toward each other. Tuck your toes on the floor and start extending the legs in downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Pressing back with your shoulders and gazing toward the legs. On your next inhale, Shift forward into plank position, and as you exhale, release the whole body down on the floor. Inhale in, waving yourself up into cobra. Exhale, release your forehead down on the floor. Inhale up to Bhujangasana, cobra pose. Exhale down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale down. Release your forearms down on the floor and then press through them, coming up into Sphinx position. Allow the legs to be parallel to each other with the toes pointing back. Pressing through the hands, lift yourself into a higher cobra position. Shoulders away from your ears. Press the pubic bone down the floor, gazing on the floor just in front of you. On your next exhale, release your forehead down on the floor, hands under the shoulders, tuck your toes as you inhale, press yourself up into plank. And as you exhale, come back to downward facing dog. On your next inhale, walk your feet all the way forward to the hands. Stop there and clasp the hands on the opposite elbow, gazing in between your legs. Feel free to swing your torso side to side if you prefer. Come back to stillness and separate the feet wider than your hips, toes out. And as you exhale, squat down into Malasana, the Yogi squat. Tailbone reaching down to the floor and the crown of the head upward to the ceiling. Pressing the hands together into Namaste, your upper arms pressing onto the inner knees. Try to keep your neck nice and long in here. Pressing the heels toward the floor. Slowly release your hands behind you and release your buttocks on the floor, closing a bit the knees, hips apart. Fingertips facing toward the buttocks. As you inhale, reach up with your hips, the same level of your knees, and as you exhale, roll the head back into reverse table pose. Don't let your hips sink if possible. As you inhale, take your chin to your chest. And as you exhale, release your buttocks down on the floor, cross your ankles and shift forward, releasing the legs back in downward facing dog. As you inhale, extend your right leg up into three-legged dog. Stay as you exhale, bend your right knee into scorpion tail. Reach back with your right foot, keep on pressing back with your shoulders. Gaze into the right side. As you inhale, come back to three-legged dog. And as you exhale, release your right foot down on the floor. Inhale the left leg up in three-legged dog. Exhale, bend your left knee into scorpion tail. Moving your left hip upward to the ceiling, so you outer rotate your left hip. Moving back with your left foot. Keep on pressing back with your shoulders. Gaze into the left side. As you inhale, come back to three-legged dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. As you inhale, walk your hands forward. Exhale, fold closer to your legs. Inhale, reach all the way up. Exhaling into Samasthiti. As you inhale, send your prayers up, leaning back in a standing back bend. As you exhale, fold forward, interlace your hands over the head and stay here. Gazing toward your legs, your hands are moving away from your back. Allow your hands then to go toward your ankles. Sketch the ankles from the outside. As you inhale, extend your spine halfway up. Exhale, bend the elbows to the outside, taking the front of your torso closer to your legs. As you inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhaling, moving all the way up, hands together. Exhaling, Samasthiti. Walk your left foot to the back of your mat if you are using one. Bending the front knee and spreading your arms out as you exhale into Warrior Two. Exhaling your front leg for Trikonasana, tilt your pelvis back and up. And as you exhale, move your right hand down and the left arm to the ceiling. Triangle pose. Move your left hand down on the floor, square your hips and step your left foot further forward into pyramid pose. Inhale. Exhale, fold closer to your right leg. Rotate the palms so that the fingertips are facing toward the back foot, taking the torso closer to your right leg. Move your left, move both hands toward your right foot and then bend your left knee down on the floor. As you inhale, move your torso up, hands to the ceiling, and as you exhale, hands in Namaste to twist toward your left side. Release your left hand down on the floor. Extend your right arm straight up to the ceiling. Release your right hand down on the floor. Lift up your left knee, and as you exhale, step your left foot to the front of your mat, folding closer to the legs. Inhale, wave yourself all the way up. Exhaling into Samasthiti. Inhale, step your right foot to the back of the mat, bend your front knee. As you exhale, open into Warrior Two for a moment. Inhale, extend your front leg and tilt your pelvis back and up. Exhale, triangle pose, Trikonasana, your left hand down on the floor, right arm to the ceiling. Release your right hand down on the floor. Lift up your right heel and step your right foot slightly forward into pyramid pose, turning your fingertips to the back of the mat and folding closer to your left leg. Move your hands to the frame of the left foot and bend your right knee down on the floor. As you inhale, move up with your torso and your arms. As you exhale, hands in Namaste, twisting to the left side. Leave your right hand down on the floor and extend the left arm straight up to the ceiling. Circle your left hand down on the floor. Inhale and lift up your right knee. And as you exhale, step back this time into downward facing dog. Release both knees down on the floor and move the knees toward each other and the feet to the outside, sitting your bum in between your legs into hero pose, Virasana. Making sure that you have enough space behind you. Release your forearms down on the floor first and then maybe releasing the head down on the floor. Your hands can be along the body or hands over the head. Pressing through the hands, coming up, moving your hands in front of your knees, coming into table pose and then extending both legs into a plank position. Releasing your forearms down on the floor and walking your feet forward, finding a dolphin pose, sending the heels down on the floor and gazing toward your legs. Release your knees down on the floor, coming on your hands into a table position, sliding the right foot in between your hands, coming into a front split. Turn sideways, so you come to a straddle position, moving your forearms down on the floor. Lift yourself up with your torso. We move now to the left side, so you change for the front split on the other side. We move once again on in the center, so for the straddle, but now we close the feet toward each other with the knees opening to the outside into Baddha Konasana. Leaning forward on your next exhale. Lift your head and torso up, close your knees toward each other, extend your legs for Paschimottanasana. Sitting forward fold, clasping the hands on your ankles or over the feet and folding closer to the legs. As you inhale, moving up with your head and with your torso, bend your right knee and slide your left leg to the back so you find yourself into pigeon pose. As you inhale, move your head and torso up. Slide your left leg to the front, left foot on top of your right knee. You find yourself in a fire log position. I'll show you from the front. So the foot on top of the knee and vice versa. Moving forward from this position, forearms or hands down on the floor, just in front of your shin bones. As you inhale, move yourself up. As you exhale, extend your legs. Now bend your left knee. Take the left knee is in pigeon pose and slide your right leg to the back. Release your pubic bone further down on the ground, your forearms on the floor just in front of you. On your next inhale, moving on your hands, slide your right leg to the front for the far log pose, Anjistambasana. Moving forward with your forearms or hands just in front of your shin bone. As you inhale, move your head and torso up. And as you exhale, slide your right knee on top of the left one into Gomukhasana, cow face. Both feet will be on the outside of opposite butt cheeks. Let's take a side flexion and mirror your right hand down on the floor as you inhale, moving up with your left arm. And as you exhale, side bending toward your right side. As you inhale, move up. And as you exhale, change the side of your side flexion. Allow yourself to move to the front of your knees with your hands folding closer to your top knee. As you inhale, move up with your head and torso. And as you exhale, change the legs that is on top. So if you're doing like me, now the left knee on top of the right. We are changing, so instead of side flexion, we're going for a twist this time. As you inhale, your arms up. Exhaling, twisting to your right side. Stay. As you inhale, move back to the center. And as you exhale, counter twist toward your left side. Inhale, come back to the center. Move your hands to the front of your knees. And as you exhale, fold forward your chest toward the upper knee. As you inhale, moving up with your head and with your torso. As you exhale, extend the both legs to the front. Give a shake to your legs. Then cross your legs into Sukhasana. As you inhale, your arms circle up to the ceiling. As you exhale, take your hands into Namaste in front of the heart center. And then again, inhale, arms up. Exhale through your mouth, hands in Namaste. One more, inhale up. Exhale, release. Hands in Namaste, closing the eyes. Taking a moment to say thank you to your own body. Welcoming the feeling of kindness and compassion toward yourself. And then extending this feeling of compassion to the outside, to the others. One last Om to end our practice. Inhale. Thank you for practicing together. Namaste.